fish.
It should be quite easy to remove the hook if you followed ORI's recommendation of using a circle hook with a crimped barb. When handling the fish, use a wet cloth and support the fish under the pelvic fins and at the base of the tail. When working with a large fish, it may be necessary to use a stretcher or trough. If you need time to prepare for your tagging procedure, a smaller fish can be kept in a bucket of fresh seawater. When you're ready to begin, place the fish on a piece of wet mattress foam or a wet towel or a stretcher. To help keep the fish calm and to protect its eyes, cover its head with a cloth soaked in fresh seawater. Please keep your fish wet and in the water as much as possible for its greatest chance of survival. Don't place any unnecessary pressure on the fish as you handle it. Take care not to place your fingers in or near the gills. When a fish is out of its natural habitat, internal injuries and loss of mucus and scales can happen very easily, so take care. There are two ways to measure a bony fish. It all depends on the shape of the caudal or tail fin. If the fish has a forked or crescent-shaped tail, it should be measured from the tip of the snout to the fork or midpoint of the tail. If the tail is square or rounded, the measurement is taken from the tip of the snout to the extreme end of the tail. Remember to place your fish on top of your tape measure or ruler for an accurate reading. Make sure that when you are filling in your tagging data, you indicate which measurement was taken: fork length or total length. To minimize the time the fish is out of water, have your tag and applicator ready. There are specific positions that are best for the placement of tags. On a bony fish, it's in the central region, just below the dorsal fin, but above the lateral line. When you have found your spot, use the point of the applicator to carefully remove a scale. This creates a natural gap to insert the tag.
The area that we tag is sort of towards the end of the dorsal spines. These are the sharp spines, and those are the dorsal rays. Those are the soft ones. So just towards the end of the dorsal spines, sort of midships of the fish, and halfway between the dorsal fin and the lateral line is about the right area.
The barb of the tag should always face down towards the fish so that it can hook into the bones of the fish's skeleton. Push the tag into the fish at an angle of 45 degrees so that it sticks out in the direction of the tail. This will prevent the tag from rubbing against the skin and won't create much drag in the water as the fish swims. It's usually quick to return a fish to the water, but you still need to take care when handling it. It's best to support the fish under the pelvic fins and at the base of the tail. To return a larger fish to the ocean, it's ideal to use a stretcher. When fishing off a boat in water deeper than 30 meters, it's possible to catch bottom fish that exhibit signs of barotrauma when brought to the surface. These fish have inflated swim bladders, and severe symptoms include bulging eyes, protruding intestines, and often an inverted stomach being pushed out through the mouth. There are two methods you can use to help get the fish back down to depth and reverse these symptoms. The first method is called venting and can be used when a fish has an inflated swim bladder. A large hypodermic needle is inserted into the swim bladder to release the air pressure. This is a tricky operation and can damage the fish if you don't know exactly where to insert the needle. We therefore prefer our taggers to use the downrigger method. A downrigger consists of a large upside-down barbless hook weighted with some heavy sinkers. Attach the hook to the top lip or upper jaw of the fish and allow the weights to take it down to the bottom. The increased pressure at depth will deflate the swim bladder. Once on the bottom, a firm jerk will release the hook, free the fish, and you can retrieve the downrigger.
Basically, we've got 2 kgs of diving weight there, and we've just got a big 9-0 hook here, which we've crimped the barb, so we've flattened the barb completely, and then we tie the line to the top of the bend of the hook. So you want to put the point of the hook just on the outside of the lip of the fish, and you let that weight pull it down to the bottom, and then as you saw, just give it a jerk and wind back your weight, and when the fish is on the bottom, that swim bladder's back to normal and he swims off quite happy.
There are also commercially available rigs, like the Sequelizer, which uses a pressure release system that can be preset for specific depths.